In this video tutorial, I am going to show you guys how to color your flat drawings. So I've started by creating a document. In this document, it is 11 inches wide, 8.5 inches tall, and I have 3 artboards, one for each of my designs. But the first thing I want to do now is to establish my color palette. And so I also have open here my mood board that you might remember. And I've kind of have some colors already here in the palette that I'm going to use as a starting point. So I'm going to copy these and I'm going to paste them into my new document. In your assignment, you are supposed to have a minimum of 7 and between 7 and 9 colors in your color palette. This will give you enough room to have some really cool colorful colors and then some more neutral ones. So I have some really colorful ones here, but I'm going to do a few more that can serve as neutral tones. So I'm copying these swatches, and now I'm going to look for some new swatches. So I can start by going to the swatch library, and maybe I'll just click neutral. So that kind of looks like a navy blue, and if I want to make adjustments to it, that is more of a black. Black is good. It's not fully black. Maybe some kind of nude color. And I would also love like a navy blue. So I think this is a great start. I have like my fun 70s colors, and then I have a few neutral tones. So now that I've got this color palette, I need to create what is called a color group. And sometimes your Illustrator might load with color groups already. But to create a color group, you're going to select all of these swatches, and then you're going to go over here to your swatches palette, and you're going to click this little folder right here. You hover over it, it says new color group, and you're going to click that, and you're going to give it a name, and then you're going to click OK. And now you have your color palette right here in your swatches, which is super easy to access. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to start bringing over our drawings so that we can color them. So I also have my drawings opened here. I have my 3 tops. That's what I'm going to work on right now. And I'm going to start with this jacket. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it into my artboard. So the way I want this to work, I want to put everything in different layers. You can find the layers palette over here on your collapsed panel. It's this rectangle here with this little sliver, and that's your layers. If you click this arrow, you can kind of start seeing how it creates layers on its own, but we're going to create our own layers here. So I want to cut this because I want it to be on its own layer. So I'm going to click new layer. I'm going to call it jacket, and then I'm going to paste my jacket on that layer. So now you can see my jacket is there, and then my color palette is here. And now I've got the same, my color palette is there, my jacket is here. So I want to have at least 3 jackets on this document. And so all I have to do now is go to this menu here, click, and then I'm clicking duplicate jacket, and it's duplicating that layer and everything on that layer. And I'm going to do that again. Duplicate jacket. And now I have all these. And so I can arrange them as I want, and now I can start coloring them. So what I want to do is I want to lock my color palette right here, and I want to lock these other jackets. So to begin coloring this, I need to select all of the gray in this jacket. There is an easy way to select all of the gray without going in and individually selecting all of these little pieces. So I'm going to use my direct selection tool, and I'm going to select one piece of my drawing with this light gray Pantone color that we've been using. And I'm going to go up here to the main menu, and I'm going to click select, and I'm going to click same. And I'm going to click the same fill color because I want to select everything that is that light gray. And now everything that is that light gray is selected. If these layers were unlocked, then it would also select those. And I only want to color one jacket right now. So that's why I'm working in the layers like this, and that's why these layers are locked. Now I'm going to go to my swatches, and I'm going to go to my swatch group here, and I'm going to click this mustard color. And now I also want to make sure I color this piece that wasn't the light gray. I'm going to make it mustard. Also, if I double click in here, I can just drag this down to give it a little darker color to represent, the inside of the jacket. And now I have one jacket colored. So to do the next ones, I want to go to my layers panel, and I want to lock that layer, unlock the next jacket layer, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to finish coloring these up, and then I want to show you some other tricks for bringing your drawings to life a little bit more. Okay, I have my 3 jackets colored. Now I want to show you how to add a little more detail to coloring your designs. So I'm going to zoom into this jacket here and use it as an example. So this jacket has a zipper, which would most likely not be green. And then of course the zipper teeth would not be green. And I also have these metal grommets on it, and they would not be black. So I want to add color to those items as well. I want to find metallic gradient swatches for coloring my zipper. So in the swatches palette, I'm going to go to the swatch library, and there's a gradient swatch library here, and I want to click metals. So now I have these new colors open, and this is a gradient. These are all gradient swatches. They're not solid colors. And I am going to use my direct selection tool, and I'm going to select, this piece here of my zipper and try to figure out which of these gradients I want to use. So I am going to select these and color them in like. Now I want to color the zippers. So I'm going to ungroup this, and I'm going to select this stroke that is my zipper. It's right there. But you'll see that it's still a stroke. They're not individual rectangles. So what I need to do is I need to expand the stroke. So with it selected, I'm going to go up here to Object in the main menu, and I'm going to click Expand. And it gives me these objects, check Fill, check Stroke, and I'm going to click OK. So I can play to see if there's like different gradients that I like that might fit well. Now I'm also going to do these circles down here, but now you'll see that I'm missing a black outline around this, and same with the zipper. So we're going to have to do some more expanding to be able to get an outline around these shapes. So I'm going to select all these, and I'm going to click Expand Appearance, and now they're all shapes. So I can select them all, and I can add a black stroke around them. And I can make that stroke thinner. I'm going to try the same thing for this zipper. So I see that this gradient is here and there is no stroke, so I'm going to click black with this stroke in the front. Okay, and then it did put a stroke around those, so that's good. But I'm going to make it much thinner. And if you zoom out, it's coming to life a lot more. So the next thing I want to show you is how to do color blocking. So color blocking is having a garment that has more than 2 colors on different pieces of the actual pattern of the garment. So for example, I have this lapel here that is a different piece. Let's say I want that to be like dark blue, or maybe the mustard. This is color blocking. So I have, the body being one color, and then the collar is a different color. And I could also do the same with the waistband. select the waistband and make it a different color. And if I have these as different panels, I could color that. Same with the sleeves. And so I want you to do at least one color blocking for one of your garment per category. For instance, you only have to color block one design of your shirts, one design of your bottoms, one design of your dresses. And you can just pick which one would work best and that has like the most pieces that you can kind of put different colors with. If I wanted to make another color way that is color blocked, I would just go to my layers and I would duplicate this jacket and I would lock that copy. See, I ungrouped it, so now I want to group it back together. So I can move that. I'm going to lock it so I can group this back together as well. So I can start arranging these. So that is how you start coloring your flats. And then as I keep going, I'm going to just do the same. I'm going to copy my next top. And I'm going to put it in here. And I'm going to create more layers for this design now. As far as like your final document, I think it would be great to have your color palette on each page just to show what the options are, or at least the colors that you've chosen for that design on each page. And then so this document here is going to be my document for my tops. So I'm going to save this. So you'll submit 3 Illustrator documents, one for your tops, one for your bottoms, and one for your dresses, with all the different colors. And then you're going to export those as JPEGs. So you'll have 9 JPEGs that you'll have at the end, 3 for each of those documents. I wanted to talk about the assignment just a little bit more. So when I start doing my next top here, I don't want it to be the exact same colors and colorways. And so just keep that in mind. Keep in mind merchandising, how these are going to go together. So after you color your tops, look at your bottoms. What colors are going to go, which bottoms go with which tops? Which colors go together or complement each other the best. So I want you to colorize them in a way where you are keeping in mind the merchandising, because when we move on to our next project, when we do the planogram, your garments will be like together in a store-like setting, and you'll want the colors to look good together, and you won't want to redo that work. So it's good to kind of be thinking like that right now. All right, good luck.